Hey guys, it's me, Miss Mills, and the whole point of this video is to teach you all about conversion. The whole point is to help you out with ordering real numbers on a number line or figuring out which one is bigger than the other, which number is bigger than the other when they are all in different forms. The three different forms it can be in, one is fraction form. Another form a number can be in is decimal form. And then another one is percent form. And we haven't really went over how to turn fractions and decimals into percents, so that's what the point of this video is going to be. I'm going to remind you how to turn a fraction to a decimal, how to turn a decimal to a fraction, and then how to turn a decimal into a percent. It's easier to turn a fraction to a decimal first before you turn a decimal to a percent, and I will show you what I mean. So let's get a fraction first. Let's do something like 3 over 4. And we want to turn the fraction 3 over 4 into a decimal number, okay? So let's go ahead and do that. We have to do log division, and the way we read this is 3 is getting divided by 4. So 3 is going to be in the doghouse, and 4 is going to be outside the doghouse knocking on his door, okay? So 4 does not go into 3. So what we have to do is we got to add a little decimal right here. Let's bring that bad boy to the top to make sure we don't mess that up. And we're going to add a 0 because that will not change the value. 4 goes into 30 7 times. 7 times 4 is going to be 28. Okay. And then we're going to subtract that. So 30 subtracted by 28 is going to be 2. We can't have a remainder. So we're going to add another 0 to this because it doesn't change the value. We're going to bring that down here. 4 goes into 20 5 times. So I'm going to write down 5 at the top right here. 5 times 4 is going to be 20. And when we subtract that, our remainder is 0. So we are done. So now we have not only the fraction, but now we also have the decimal. The decimal is going to be 75 hundredths. And once you have it in decimal form, turning this into a percent is going to be super easy. All you have to do is move the decimal place 2 times to the right for you to get the percent version. So all you have to do again is move the decimal 2 times and then add the percentage. So this is going to be 75%. I'm going to go back and I'm going to erase all of this because now we have the fraction as well as the decimal as well as that percent. Okay, so we have all of those and it won't be that bad. Now I need to remind you how to turn a decimal back into a fraction. So let's do that real quick. Let's do 1 1/2. Okay, so we have 1 1/2. Let's turn this into a decimal. So what I recommend first is changing this mixed number into an improper fraction. To do that, we're going to multiply this 1 by the denominator. 1 times 2 is going to be 2. We're going to add that number to the numerator. So 2 plus 1 is going to be 3. We keep the same denominator, so there's our fraction. Now we need to turn the fraction into a decimal. To do that, we have to do long division. 3 is getting divided by 2, so 3 is going to be in the doghouse. The numerator is always in the doghouse, and 2 is going to be knocking on his door. So 2 goes into 3 1 time. 1 times 2 is 2. If we subtract 3 by 2, we get 1. We have our remainder, so we need to keep going. So we need to put that decimal in, bring that to the top, and add a 0 because that will not change the value. 2 goes, and then we got to bring the 0 down, sorry. 2 goes into 10 5 times. 5 times 2 is going to be 10. If we subtract that, our remainder is going to be 0. Okay, so now we have our fraction. And then we also have our decimal, which is going to be 1 5/10. Remember to say that correctly because it'll help you out. And then to change this into a percentage, all you have to do is move the decimal over 2 times and add a 0. And then once you do that, you can add the percentage symbol. So this is going to be 150%. Okay, and I'm going to erase all of this. But now we have the fraction, the decimal, and the percentage, which is going to be 150%. Okay, so we have the fraction to a decimal. So let's say I had 1.5 or 1 5/10, and I wanted to change that into a fraction. Well, what I would do first is I'm going to bring this 1 down. Okay, I'm going to bring the 1 down. And then we're going to focus on this 5/10. Remember, if you say it correctly, it makes it converting so much easier. 5/10 is going to turn into 5/10 as the fraction. Once you have that, you can reduce. Both 5 and 10 can be reduced by 5. So 5 divided by 5 is going to be 1. And then 10 divided by 5 is going to be 2. So that's how you can change the decimal back into a fraction. Okay? But again, once you have it in decimal form, changing it into a percentage form is just as easy as moving the decimal over to the right 2 places. Okay? So guys, that's all about converting fractions, converting decimals, and converting percentage. If you need any help with this, make sure you contact me, and I'll see you later. Bye.